Hey Budgeteers, my name's Quincy. I've already been posting a lot of videos on YouTube, and I thought it was time that I stepped out and talked a little bit more about me and who I am, and just kind of get my views, my opinions, and my personal financial tale out for the world to know about. So this will be a multi-part series. There's going to be a lot of information that I want to share. I'm going to start from the very beginning of my financial life and talk about choices we've made and decisions that have been in my life that have made me come to where I am today. But first, I want to take this episode and talk a little bit about why I'm on YouTube, what brought me here, and just a little bit about that trial and that journey to get here. So first of all, I get a lot of comments from people telling me that my videos already seem very professional. They wonder if this is my first channel. And I'm very thankful for that because, yes, this is my first channel. And I am not reading from any scripts, although I might sound like it sometimes because that's kind of the way I present. I am just free-flowing everything that I'm talking about always. So if you ever see me stutter on a word or I don't know kind of the direction I'm going, that's why. I started this channel with the intention of basically telling the world that I didn't want to live on a script, that I wanted to portray exactly what I was thinking at the moment and shoot from the hip on everything that I did. So I go out and research some of the topics that I'm going to talk about when I don't know the answers to them. Like we've had a lot of tax questions and other questions on this channel. And when I get those, I don't always know all of the answers. So I go out and find as much as I can. And then I come and I present it, and again, I may have a few little notes jotted down or whatever it might be, but for the most part, I'm just talking and having a good time out here. So I have some great equipment. I have been preparing to be on YouTube actually for a long time, but not for budgeting. Budgeting has always been my passion. I've loved it for myself, but I was trying to find something that I wanted to talk about, and I just, for some reason, budgeting never clicked in my mind. And I started going down the route, this is kind of interesting, of guided meditation. That's why I have this microphone here. The microphone stand I actually bought because I realized that I could present better in my budgeting videos. So this was actually for the budgeting videos themselves. The camera that I use is actually an old family camera that we use to record family videos. And I don't know, it's just my standard camera. It's really old, but it is still in HD, and I've loved using it. So that's great. Other equipment that I use, I've got a webcam, which I haven't used yet. Got it for my birthday, which you probably saw in the budgeting video that I had a birthday. So that was from there. And I do have a light behind the camera that is making me glow, making me look beautiful. No, I'm just kidding. But I really wanted to come out on YouTube and talk about budgeting, personal finance, and talk about my thoughts and my feelings on it because I feel that I have some great information to share, and I know that there are many different ways to budget, and I say that with kind of a smile because I've got a fun little surprise coming here in the next little bit that has to do with everybody needing a budget and that we all budget in different ways, and I can't wait to show you that. It's going to be really fun. But first, I wanted to do guided meditation with this wonderful microphone, and I bought it because of the sound quality, and I bought it because of how much I loved it, and I never actually made a guided meditation track. I haven't even attempted it yet, so obviously I didn't go that route. I just jumped on and started talking to this camera about budgeting. I feel very awkward about it. I don't love talking to a camera, and it was really difficult for me. I'm not generally just sitting in a room talking to myself, but this is a whole new experience, and I've really, really loved doing it. So thank you very much to everyone who's subscribed already and joined the channel, being a budgeteer. I love that. I came up with the phrase budgeteers because every time I imagine me budgeting with a group of people, I imagine us dressed up like the Three Musketeers, and we're all riding in on our horses, and we pop out our swords, and we all hurrah, and we're all the three budgeteers. And it was just kind of funny for a long time in my head, and I decided, you know what? That's what we are. We are the budgeteers. So that's where that came from. And YouTube is really fun. I'm really enjoying what I'm doing. I have a super fun and creative personality, at least I think so, and I have just enjoyed coming up with ideas and thinking about what I wanted to say. I wanted to get my presence out there first, which I feel like I've done a little bit of, and now I want to talk more about how I feel and what I think personally and share that. So a few things that I decided before I started YouTube was that I did not want to feature my family a lot. I will show them from time to time and little segments and bits here and there, but I don't want my kids or the drive of my family to be what people come to watch. I'm not really out here to put our lives out on the line and show what we're doing. I'm more just here to talk about budgeting and show that we are a normal family, and I just don't want to exploit any of that. So if you're wondering why I focus so much on me in all of my videos and I try to keep them out a little bit, that's why I went into this feeling that would be a good idea. So in this segment, I do want to highlight a few people that have just made this journey amazing. So in every video that you see where I'm talking about me, I'm going to bring someone up who has encouraged me as I've been going on YouTube. And I've actually got this new board right here, this brown pegboard, and I am going to put up a few of the comments that have just inspired me. And I'm going to leave a link if they have a channel down below. And if they don't, I'll just shout out their name and tell them thank you for brightening my day and getting me to where I am. So the first person that I want to highlight is Sam with Dollar Explained. So I've got his comment right here. I'll put it up on the screen. And Sam has been somebody that I connected to right up front. He started around the same time. He built a channel just like I have. And it's been really fun to chat with him. We've been messaging back and forth and talking about ideas and thoughts that we've had on budgeting. And I know right now he's giving away a Kindle Fire, so go and enter for that. Check out his channel. I don't want to tell you to subscribe to anyone's channel because that's for you to decide, but he's been really fun to talk to. So go check it out and see what you think, and go ahead and do that if you feel like, and support him. But we're all out here for a common cause, and we're all out here to budget together. And so I want to highlight a lot of people that are out here trying their best and making me feel better. So Sam says, very useful video on starting a budget. I look forward to your future content. Great job. Sounds really generic and really just a normal comment that someone would leave. But the fact that we started messaging back and forth behind the scenes, this comment really means a lot to me, and I really appreciate the support that I get from Sam and from how much he helps me out. So I just want to give a big shout out and a thank you to Sam. So with that being said, I do want to talk a little bit about where I began, and I'm going to start the entire journey of where I am. Oh, one more thing that I did want to mention. Currently, I am using Windows Movie Maker to edit my videos. I've had a few questions on that as well. That's why sometimes the transitions are a little bit funny. My brother told me that they look very flash animated and very ugly, so I apologize if you think anything's ugly. I do need to upgrade at some point, but I haven't ever worked in video editing software, so I'm kind of excited to get into this world and start learning some new things and really get myself going. But I do want to begin in on the financial tale that I promised that I would tell, and I will begin right as I basically became an adult. So turning 18, graduating from high school, and I was just working a part-time job. I was actually a floral designer, as funny as that is. I was working with flowers and just building displays behind people that were giving talks, and I was keeping a visitor center up and nice looking at all times. It was quite the job. I just basically worked with flowers all the time. I had a great coworkers. They were awesome, and it was really fun. I don't know what even made me apply for a job like that or how I went into that job, but it was a blast. I really, really loved working with those people and with the flowers as well. It was a lot of fun to learn. And in fact, tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and that skill is really helping me out because I've actually got a dozen roses sitting right over here. My wife doesn't know that, and this video will post tomorrow after she receives them, so I can say that. But I get to put them in a vase and design them out myself. I don't have to pay that extra premium to have someone else design them for me. So, hey, skills come into good use, and they can save you some money sometimes. So, I was a floral designer, and then I decided to serve a mission for my church, and I was sent to South Korea. I lived in Korea for 2 years. I spoke the language. I used to be really good at it, I think, And now I'm just so-so. I can communicate still and I can understand some things, but I've definitely lost a lot of my skills there. But it was a lot of fun. I lived in Korea. I ate Korean food. I basically lived as a Korean as best as I could. I loved the culture so much that at the end of the 2 years, I didn't want to go home. I just wanted to stay there. And basically, I was forced to get back on that plane and head back to the USA. And then I had to actually start a real life where I wasn't just out being a young man out in the middle of another country.
For watching, I'm extremely glad to have you here. If you have any questions or comments, be sure to leave them down below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up. For more awesome videos, make sure you are subscribed.